Hey guys, it is Abby here. How are you guys doing today? Today I have a video that is kind of like a series of back and forth emails from a gentleman who was asking for some advice on cuckolding and becoming engaged in this and wanting his wife to be pregnant by this. So anyway, I did my best to compile everything, and I wanted to share with you his story and what came of it. We've been kind of going back and forth for probably a couple weeks now. So yeah, and happy ending? I don't know. You guys tell me. I feel like this isn't really lit well, but it looks like it. I don't know. Anyway, my wife is pregnant from our cuckold encounter. So, here we go. It says, "Hi Abby, thanks for writing me back. Let me explain a little more. My wife is a hot lady and just 28. We live outside of India. She has a high libido. Hate it when that happens. My man part size is 3.7 inches and also dark in color. My wife went on a cruise party last year with her office team. Her same senior team member, who she has chosen as a bull, was also present on the cruise. She told me while everyone was in the pool party, she accidentally saw his man part. She told me she finds his man part to be a lot bigger and, let's say, just double me, and white and clean. She found him hot. This is where she decided she will sure do the devil's tango with him. She told me Bull will not use condoms. He wants to feel the heat of her. He is a European man and he loves Indian women and he wants to go bareback. And my wife is very excited about it. She is spending time with him during weekends. She went to a bar with him last week and I was very excited. I could not sleep and I had the hardest flagpole in my life. I have also started to enjoy it now. Moreover, I have one kid. We wanted to have more, but I can't due to medical reasons. Then we decided to get help of clinic and get a sperm from clinic in India. But we did not have time to stay there and came back. But my wife now decided to have unprotected tango with the bull multiple times. She is interested to conceive from her bull, and bull seems to be interested too and wants her alone in room. Bull does not want me to be in the room because my wife may feel shy in front of me. I am okay with that if she gets pregnant from her bull. She knows he is healthy. I also want her to have full pleasure. But I am just not sure how the baby will look like if my Indian wife gets pregnant from the white bull. We are a married couple. I am 30 and my wife is 28, and we also have kids. My wife is a very attractive Indian woman with gorgeous, of course, now this break in the story here is because I had some questions for him. Typical questions that I usually have. It says, my wife is a very attractive Indian woman with gorgeous body and long hair, very desirable lady. My wife has a high libido. Due to some medical reasons, I cannot satisfy her sexually. I slowly encouraged her to tango with a man of her choice, which she finds hotter than me. She has decided and chosen the bull for her, who is a white man with European background. He is her senior at work, who is still single men, aged 44 years old. She told me she always saw lust in his eyes for her. She thinks he will give her very hard tango. He is healthy, educated, and smart man and successful in his career. She said she wants to tango with him only because he is single. He finds her attractive, and also she has done research and found white men have bigger flagpole sizes and are better in bed than Indian men. She wants to be alone in the room with him. She don't want me to be present in the room, but she will tell me everything about it later. Now, main thing is she don't want to use condoms. She wants to have natural tango with him and have full pleasure. Also, she wants Bull to have full pleasure. I asked her what if she gets pregnant. She said if she gets pregnant, she will like to raise the baby. My main concern is, should I allow her to do the tango with the bull without a condom? In case if she gets pregnant from the bull, how will the baby look, like Indian or white? Also, she said she will, for the first time, experience getting oral pleasure. He will also lick her female parts. I never gave her oral as I do not like it personally. My wife is very keen to get his sperm and conceive baby. I'm also interested. My other child is brown, so maybe my relatives may doubt it, yeah? Moreover, would you suggest me as a husband? What should I do to help my wife get full pleasure? How can my wife get more pleasure? Should I request my wife and Bull to let me watch? So, of course, I had a couple questions. His response was, one bull may be all she needs or wants. Explain a little what it means. I could not understand it. I spoke to my wife about watching. She is willing to let me watch, but she said the bull is refusing it. Bull says he has his own taste. He said he will tango with her anytime he feels frisky. Bull has seen pictures of me and my wife on Facebook. Bull says he is very aroused by the thought that my wife is hot and sexy and husband cannot satisfy her. He says he wants to do the tango with her multiple times at different places. He told my wife he wants to take her to his place and tango with her hard. He wants to tango in the car and tango in the bathroom during their lunch breaks. He does not want me to be present at all, and no video call or pics. I agree with you that I must also get to watch. What should I do? Please assist. So, of course, my responses to all these inquisitions, I usually have some questions to try and have a better understanding of things before I engage with a response, I guess you'd say. My questions were, and suggestions, some things that they might want to consider were, how do you feel about her not using the condom? You both said you want her to conceive, so you can't really use a condom if you're wanting to conceive. And then how do you both feel about her getting pregnant or possibly getting pregnant? I mean, is that something you guys want? For sure. This is what you decided and determined your ultimate goal is with this situation. And something else to consider is it something that you really want and are willing to accept, because a child is a lifetime commitment. Also, what role is the bull gonna play in all of this? Does he know that is your ultimate goal? Is he okay with that? How does he feel about it? If she does get pregnant, I guess something else you would need to consider, would be, is he going to be involved at all? Or is it just going to be the two of you and that's that? Is something else you want to consider too, is that your ultimate end game goal is to become pregnant and that's where it ends? Or are you going to want to continue this kind of a lifestyle? Something to keep in the back of your head there too. Does your bull want to be involved with the child, or is he okay with planting the seed and ducking out? I would definitely take the opportunity to discuss with him, once you and your wife are on the same page, discussing with him what it is that you're all after with the scenario, so that all three of you are on the same page. Because, this not only affects the two of you, but it also affects your child or children that you already have, as well as the child that could possibly be conceived, as well as you and your wife and this bull. You've asked a couple of times about skin color. If that is going to make that big of a difference to you, I would definitely consider how important that is to you and your wife and your family. I mean, is it, something that is going to be a lifelong thing and you're going to have to answer? There's no, unfortunately, that's all determined by genetics. There's no way to really, unless you want to be a science experiment. But there really is no way to determine what skin color the baby has when it's born. So something to consider. Also discuss how you're going to handle it in the event that that baby's skin is lighter than yours, if that's going to be a concern and questions are going to be raised, because you're going to both want to be on the same page as far as that goes. And really, you know, I would suggest discussing overall if that's what you're wanting to achieve, or is this just a part of the fantasy. Is that if she gets pregnant, I would definitely express your concerns and what it is that you may or may not be comfortable with, and take it from there. You know, once you guys again have both come to an agreement on things and an understanding, make sure that you have a very candid discussion, open and honest discussion with your bull, to make sure that all the expectations are out on the table, so that no one's caught blindsided or surprised or off guard by anything. I think it's important that you all be on the same page. You know, if your primary concern is skin color again, you may want to reconsider a bull choice. Again, explaining it to anyone, explain it how you want. Really, you don't have to explain it at all, honestly. That's between you and your wife, not anybody else's business. You know, what happens behind, you guys are consenting adults, and what happens behind closed doors stays behind closed doors. It's between you and your wife's business and nobody else's. You know, with regards to getting your wife more pleasure, that would be a conversation for the two of you to have, aside from getting pregnant and just the pleasure of the tango itself is different for everyone. One bull may be all she wants and needs. You may not have to look any further. It could be a long time thing. With regards to requesting to watch, I feel personally this is your wife and it's a part of your fantasy as well as hers as well as his. And if you want to watch, you should be able to. I think you should. And, you know, this is your part of the pleasure out of this scenario. And, you know, if he's saying he's worried about her being shy, how does he know? Yeah, he may not be shy at all, or she may not be shy at all. She might just do the opposite and put on a little extra something show for you, which may make it even spicier for you guys. You know, the scenario you have to put yours and your wife's concerns and desires and wants out of the scenario first, and then figure out how your bull fits into that. You know, and if he doesn't fit into the mold you're wanting to shape with all of this, then you might need to find, you know, and there's no room for compromise, you might need to find yourself another bull. With similar interests of your own. So, it goes on. He says that the bull is very interested in my wife, and he knows that I can't satisfy her and make her pregnant. He wants to tango with my Indian wife whenever he wants, wherever he wants, as I said, and my wife is also very interested in him and wants to get spoiled badly by him. And all I want from them is just to let me watch them both doing the tango, which will be very hot. I can feel it already. Bull is going to tango with my wife, I know, and she only wants his sperm as he is a white guy, attractive and intelligent. I suggested my wife to find an Indian bull, but she refused. She wants a white bull. He is her boss, and she is very interested. So my response was, what I mean by having no control over skin color is, it's just that. It's up to genetics. Unfortunately, it's something that can't be controlled. And if it's a serious concern for you, then this bull might not be the right person for you. With regards to what your bull wants, I understand that he has his own needs and desires and expectations with engaging in this. But ultimately, in my opinion, this is about you and your wife and your decisions as a couple. And if he doesn't, you know, this is your fantasy, and for a lack of a better way to put it, he is an aid in fulfilling the fantasy. Think of it like using tango toys, except the toy is an actual human being. He is there to pleasure and not take her away from you, and to aid you in fulfilling you and your wife in fulfilling the fantasy. On the other hand, how do you feel about him doing the tango in all these places and scenarios? Is it something that interests you? Something you may want to try further down the road, or not at all? If not, you might want to try and find a different bull. He may not be the one for you and your wife, and you may have to search elsewhere and find someone who has similar interests and desires as you. And then he asked me for explanation further. And again, I said, if your concern is the possibility of the child being white versus brown, and what others may think, then pregnancy by someone with similar skin tone may be the bull you need to conceive. You could always explain it off that you used a sperm bank in order to conceive if you felt a need to explain it to anyone. Personally, again, I don't feel like you need to explain these things to anyone. It's your business, your bedroom. With regards to, yeah. You know, I feel like, you know, with regards to you watching, again, I feel like you should be able to watch if that's what you want to do. I know some men are turned on by just listening, or the wife like going out on a date and coming home and telling the husband all about it, or boyfriend or significant other all about it in cuckold situations. You know, the beauty of it is that you make it what you want. You know, you want to make sure you're finding pleasure in this also, not just the two of them. And then he goes on to say, Abby, my wife is okay to tell me every detail of her experience with the bull. She is fine, but the bull only wants her alone for tango without my presence. I then said, that sounds like a very difficult predicament that you're in, and asked if they would be willing to do both in front of you and wherever they want. So that way everybody's getting the pleasure out of this situation. You know, again, it's about you and your wife, in my opinion, and desires, and the bull is just the person fitting into the scenario. And if his picture of how the scenario goes is totally different, I don't think that you guys should compromise your vision and fantasy for all of this. You know, the whole cuckolding fetish or fantasy should be enjoyment for everyone who's involved, not just one person or two people and forget about the third person. And I guess the ultimate question would be, are you okay with that? You know, and he said, I wanted to watch, but I think I must let her go to Bull's apartment now and let him have his desires fulfilled. And my wife is also in her most fertile days of cycle now. She is happy to share all the details with me when she comes home. My wife said after having Bull's desires of tangoing with her at different places fulfilled, she will invite him to our home one day. My wife said I can hide and listen and watch her and Bull having hard tango from outside the room. What should be done? Should I go for it? What's your opinion? My wife said me that Bull is very horny and he can't wait more. Bull said, my wife, this is the first time in his life he has got the opportunity to tango with an Indian woman and he can't let it go. My response was, I am in no position to tell you what you should do. If that's the arrangement that you guys have and the two of you are okay with it and you wish to move forward with it, that is totally up to you. He says, yes, I'm okay with it. I personally think Bull is very interested in my wife. My wife is also interested fully. They both will enjoy it fully. Most probably she will conceive in the first sexual meeting tomorrow night. She will be going to Bull's place. I will update you with the details about the meeting and her pregnancy. Don't you think it is best way of conceiving rather than doing it through artificial insemination method? I'm also very aroused thinking of my wife and Bull together. Before I could even respond, I got another update. He says, Bull has tangoed her very hard. Her lady part is sore. She has not gotten pregnant yet, but Bull wants to take her again. Should she go or wait till her lady part gets back to normal? Doctor said she does not have infection. It is due to penetration. And thank you, Abby, for your help. Her first cuckold experience has been very positive. I never gave her oral, and she never gave me oral. Bull has given her full pleasure with oral and then hard tango. My wife is very happy. I can see the satisfaction on her face. Bull has also made him give her oral without a condom. She happily did it. She wants to do it again. She never gave me oral, and she said she will only give Bull oral because he is clean and white. My response was, that's great. I'm glad that you guys all had a great experience. If you're finding that you like it, have fun with it. He gave me another update. He said she has gotten pregnant. She said that she had tangoed with the bull 11 times in the last 4 days. And that she really enjoyed doing the tango with their bull. And she is very satisfied and also aroused all the time. And my response was, wow, that quick, she's pregnant. It sounds like things are working out the way you want them to. That's great. And his response was, yes, she is pregnant. She is fertile, and Bull is also very fertile and horny. So, I guess I have to say congratulations. I'm very happy for you all, and that you've all had success in engaging in something you all can enjoy. I know situations like this aren't for everyone, for whatever reason, whether it's a belief or religion or morals or whatever. I know it's not for everyone, but I'm not here to judge. So, you know, we all have our kinks, and I feel with a little bit of caution, safety, security in a relationship, and honesty and understanding in mind, you should be able to explore them and have fun with them. You only live once, and life is far too short. We will see you guys soon, everybody. Till next time.